Hey everybody, welcome to the Ping Pong Podcast.
Hey everybody. Oh, I'm really bad.
That's pretty impressive, ladies and gentlemen.
What am I gonna tell you? Can't win them all.
We had a visitor this evening from the title/escrow company because we're doing a refinance on one for two of our buildings.
Two.
They decided 8 o'clock at night would be a great time to get us to sign documents. Of course, we've been home all day.
Waiting. They told us it was gonna be yesterday.
That didn't work.
Or today, and then it was gonna be tomorrow. Hi everybody.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Dr. Nick.
We had dinner.
Killed by a falling piece of the dome.
We had dinner both before and after the notary lady came. Notary lady. We had salad before, and then we had our main course after. We had rice with a sauce of.
What kind of fungi is that?
It's called white fungus. It's a really good mushroom. If nobody's tried it, you kind of get it dry, then you just have to kind of cook it like a soup or a stew or something to get it moistened.
Ooh.
It's really good with some kale and some green curry paste.
Yeah.
There we go. We were watching all the impeachment news. As many of you know, we were out protesting, supporting the
We were out
impeachment. It's
supporting
last night,
the
right? Oh, sorry.
impeachment process.
I'm only a little sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't think you're sorry at all.
I'm a little sorry. Just not a lot sorry. Today our special item sponsor is down a little lower. The 27-inch air hockey table for those people who like tiny air hockey tables. Was there a price?
You want to be able to set it on top of your existing whatever.
Yeah, if you have a regular air hockey table, but you want one that's smaller, you can put it on top of your current air hockey table.
This one's the travel size for your RV or something.
I don't have an RV.
Okay then. Well, travel size for the back seat of the car.
We got the biggest piece of art we've ever gotten today in the mail by delivery. It's a piece that's about 4.5 feet by about 5.5 feet by Maximilian Luce. Called Le Bagneur, The Bathers. It's pretty neat. If anybody wants to come over and see it, let us know. We redid the theater upstairs and the guest room upstairs into one big art gallery. Not big, but big for our house. And so that's the newest piece to the art gallery. We got another piece coming next month, the Mickey Mouse by Romero Brito.
Wing.
So that's pretty good. We got a couple of other sketches that came in relatively recently. So if anybody wants to come over and see that stuff, we also got sort of an art hanging system so we can move stuff around and you don't have to put holes in the walls. It's got basically
We also got our glass surround set up for our
yeah, it was a big
fire
day.
pit.
So I think it came yesterday, but we didn't set it up till today. So our fire pit is in the backyard, and the problem is it can get kind of windy back there. And so, the fire can't tell itself to go up instead of out when it's getting blown by wind. And so we got a glass surround. It's 8 inches high and 3/8 of an inch thick to surround the whole thing to keep it so it can kind of have a chance against the wind. And it's neat because it reflects it too. And so we had it on during dinner. That was kind of fun.
Oh, good shot. That went off my thumb.
So we were watching some of the impeachment news during dinner too on Rachel Maddow. I had 3 friends who put up a video yesterday who decided that they would put up very negative comments on our protest video. We were kind of proud of ourselves. We're standing up for America and what's right and that kind of thing. And they're like, "No, Trump's a good guy." I'm like, okay, okay. I am very fond of all 3 of them, but we obviously disagree on this particular issue. think that, Trump is probably
Woo!
fine for me financially, but I just can't tell my kids that that's how a leader is supposed to act. That, you work for the United States, the people, all the people, not just your base, your kooky base. And you can't treat people like they're treating children at the border, separating them from their families.
That can't be your policy. You can't think that's okay and be a leader for a country I want to be a part of. And you can't break the law.
Yeah, and he also, there was a huge voter suppression campaign, and I just can't stand for that. One man, one vote, one woman, one vote. You can't discourage people from voting. It's not okay. So, yeah, I'm a Boy Scout, so.
Oh, sorry.
That's the way I see it. And we appreciate your likes and comments and shares on positive news.
We like positive comments.
Sabrina got into her third summer opera program today.
That's a big day.
So she got into Berlin previously, and she got into Halifax, Nova Scotia previously, and today she got into Chicago. So she's got a decision to make. Currently, she was leaning towards Berlin pretty heavily until she got the Chicago announcement, but I haven't talked to her since she got it. So we shall see. Obviously, our friends and family in Chicago, I'm sure, would rather she went to Chicago so they could see her, unless you all want to travel to Berlin to see her perform this summer.
Or if you'd all like to travel to Halifax, let us know. We can put in a good word for Halifax.
Yeah,
We'd rather go to Halifax, Nova Scotia, than to Berlin.
Donut Bell.
But, in terms of encouraging family to also attend, we do believe Chicago is the most favorable of the three in terms of being able to convince somebody else to show up.
Yeah, my cousin Cheryl lives there, my cousin Stacy lives there, and Alexia and Lindy. Lots of cousins who live there, plus the whole Schneider clan.
Schneider clan. I'm sure there might be some other St. Louis people who would come up to Chicago for.
Yeah, it's pretty close to Curry, isn't it? Everybody in St. Louis.
And your Aunt Marilyn likes opera, so we might be able to convince her to come.
But apparently, Berlin is the opera capital of the world. So we've got location and ease of viewing versus.
Oh, pants!
1-0, ladies and gentlemen. One.
Spectacular pants, right in the middle of my thigh.
I wasn't even trying.
No,
I'm just bad at aiming.
There was no defense from that. That was right in the middle.
So I have tried to turn up the audio for Steve Schlesinger, who was hard of hearing.
Or unable to turn up the audio on his own.
Or unable to turn up the audio on his speakers.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't have speakers.
I think
Maybe he's listening to it on his
he's
phone.
an expert, I think, in photography. He's an expert at flying model airplanes, I think. I don't know if that's what they're called, but you get the drift. So that's what his specialty is. And, he's my fraternity brother from San Diego State. I saw him at the reunion, was glad to see him. And, I love seeing Rob Ermelstein. I love seeing Howard Robbins at the Beverly Hills High School stuff.
Oh, sorry. Ah! I didn't think you were going to recover that fast.
Recovered very fast, ladies and gentlemen.
Quick!
And a quick recover. Oh, sorry. Somebody would call that chicken arm. Or
Chicken arm?
dinosaur arm. You go like this. Chicken arm.
Maybe T-Rex arm.
T-Rex arm, yeah, she also calls it T-Rex arm. She also calls it more, it's kind of,
Chickens don't really have arms.
what do they have?
Wings.
And why don't they fly?
That made an interesting sound as it hit the box.
We had a couple of good excursions this week. We went with Sabrina and her roommate Mary was in town from Denver, and Christopher Kent to K1 Speed on Sunday? Or Monday?
I don't know.
That is Monday.
That wasn't
Sunday. So we did the K1 Speed thing, and makes your arms hurt. And I one of the four of us the first race, and Christopher won the second. And it makes my arms hurt. And always kind of liked cars and car racing and go-karts and that kind of thing. But I wonder if there's an age limit. What's going on?
Very bad.
I think that was Sunday. That's over here.
Oh, it's way over there. Well,
Monday, we went on a big trip to
the Disney World.
Disneyland.
Disneyland.
Mary and us and Sabrina and Jacob. And so I'll try to post some pictures in the comments. We had a good time. We went to Star Wars Land. Jacob hadn't been to before. And Mary hadn't been to Disneyland at all before. And we went on the submarines we usually don't go on. And we went on...
What else we don't usually go on?
What else we don't usually go on?
Big Thunder we for some
Oh yeah, we
reason.
went on Big Thunder Railroad we usually don't go on.
For some reason we usually skip it and we went on it this time, but
Yeah, usually
I like Big Thunder.
our big tradition is we end the evening at 11:59 or 1 minute before they close at Space Mountain because they'll let you on as long as you're there before closing time. And we just didn't have the time to get over there because we were on Indiana Jones. We got on Indiana Jones with about 25 minutes left to close, and we got out with like 3 minutes left, and so we went to Jungle Cruise. And it was actually kind of a fun way to close because each ride is so individual based on the captain, and we had kind of a cute captain, and so it was fun. And we played last week at Travis Matthews. Have you ever talked about that?
Travis Matthews, yes.
We played ping pong there. We didn't record it, but we did go in and try their ping pong table here at the mall.
Definitely has a different sound on the glass tabletop than on the whatever surface this is. Let's say particle board.
It went under. Yeah, they've got a glass table over there. So we asked how much it was, and they said it was like $12,000 or something. Like, why are you taking up half your store with a ping pong table? They're like, we're a lifestyle brand. You can come here and watch TV. Okay. They do have a lot of ping pong balls in their little bucket. So we're kind of loyal to Sears at the moment. But when Sears is closed, or if we're just walking by, Travis Matthews does have a ping pong table. Whew.
Well, you said too, there's a ping pong table at one of the restaurants outside.
Right.
We have yet to venture to said restaurant. And so I don't know how likely they would be to let. Ah! Disaster!
Disaster, ladies and gentlemen.
Disaster has befallen.
I touched the table, the foosball table,
It survived.
the ice hockey table that the camera was on.
I'll go over here so you can gather your perspective to make sure you get the framing right.
I was going to do a ping pong ball flyby. Never touched the foosball
Never
table.
touch the table that
Their
the
hockey
camera's
table.
on.
Huh. Who knew?
Who knew that the sturdiness of the installation was less than stellar? Given that
knew?
this table we play on is missing a leg.
Sorry. So Sabrina's getting ready to go back to Denver because she needs to get used to the altitude and she's got to get her workout routine started. It's part of her gut healthy routine and her cooking and all her stuff in her kitchen because they've got a kitchen in their suite. So she's talking about going back after the Christmas holiday. She's talking about going back a week early, but we're like, last time you went back a week early, it didn't seem like it was quite enough, so let's dial it up a little bit. And one thing is sort of just getting back into school, getting ready. The other is, singing opera at high altitude. We don't want to mess around, especially since she was so sick last quarter. We want to make sure she's got plenty of time to
Not be sick.
be adjusted, take care of herself, set up her systems, get into her practice regimen, get into her exercise regimen, get into her dining regimen. And she's got lots of friends who are there. I think Angel is still there in the dorms. The dorms are open throughout the winter break, which is 6 weeks. She can just go back whenever she wants.
Yeah, the only notification is just to tell them that she has moved back in so that in an emergency situation they know how many people should be in the building to make sure that they check all the rooms that have tenants.
So we're getting closer on that. And Jacob he's got about 5 weeks off now. He just got off last week. He finished up his finals. He seemed to feel reasonably good about it. He's got to work on his thesis though, so he's taking it pretty seriously to the point of annoying. It's like I want to goof off with him, and he's working. It's like, what? That was goofing off time. It's like, no, I got to work. It's not even getting
You wanted
paid
him
work.
to be on winter break and not have anything to do. He actually has stuff to do.
Goofing around with daddy time. That's what winter break is for. So, I was originally planning to make Sabrina my own personal teddy bear that I could just drag around and play with whenever I want. But she actually has a life apparently that she would like to get back to. So, she's going to do that instead.
She doesn't want to be your personal
Pants?
teddy bear. Pants!
2-0, ladies and gentlemen. Pants point. Pants point!
Don't touch the table.
It is
kid.
very quiet
Don't
downstairs
touch
at
the
Sears.
table.
Very quiet downstairs at Sears this evening. They're open till 11 too.
That's really quiet, yeah.
I'll tell you what time it is, but I'm recording on my phone.
Well, I can look.
Goosh. Never goosh, ladies.
It is 9:58 on Wednesday, December 18th.
Yeah.
Now you know.
The notary kept asking me to date stuff. I'm like, I don't know what date it is.
I
And she'd
don't
tell
know.
me.
What
And
date this?
she'd ask me to
What's
date something
today?
else, and I'd be like, I don't know what date it is. So if anybody wants to know what date it is, don't ask me. Unless I'm sitting in front of my computer, I have my phone in front of me, which you guys can just look at it. And you'd say, well, why didn't you have your phone in front of you when you were with the notary? Because I don't care what day it is right now. Certainly not after 7 o'clock. Woo, roll over.
Especially
Over
over
your
the
shoulder.
notary who was supposed to come today, who was then coming tomorrow, who then magically was coming today and showed up at 7:30.
So it's been a pretty busy day.
If you want me to sign, I will show up when you tell me and do what you tell me. Ah! That was pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm proud of it though.
I don't think you are.
You're not proud of it?
I don't think you're proud.
What do you think I am?
I think you're annoyed that it didn't turn into a fabulous shot that outsmarted me and made me look silly.
You don't need any help with that.
No, I don't need any help with that, but I think that's what you wanted. You're disappointed it didn't happen.
Sorry. I hit the ball in a weird location.
Ah.
I was dancing about trying to make acrobatic shots, and what did I do? Hit it away.
Away!
It's just like ping pong, ladies and gentlemen, except with all ping pong.
Ouch!
Yeah.
Turn my knee in a way that does not bend. Ah!
It's just like ping pong. I think it's going to be our final volley, ladies and gentlemen, because we are getting a little loopy here.
I'm all tweak knee now.
Tweak me?
Tweak kneed.
When I say rally, I mean complete lack of rally. Let's
You
try one
mean
more time.
stuck to the floor because it's adhesive. Sticky. Well, not so.
Final rally is really a state of mind, ladies and gentlemen.
You're really stretching that out.
I'm definitely stretching it out because you, ladies and gentlemen, deserve a real final rally. Not some mistake-prone, off-the-shoulder, backwards landing, table-avoiding shot. You want to see us play some ping pong, or you don't.
Good floor recovery.
Thank you. I'm very proud of that one.
Only one bounce off the carpet.
What else we have coming up this week? The mall's open really late all week, and so I think we're kind of using it to our advantage.
Oh, fumble!
Hope you've had a marvelous time tonight.
Bum, bum.
Thanks for watching, everybody. It's been a
Sponsored
great
by
day.
air hockey.
Mini air hockey.
Mini air hockey.
It's all the air hockey except without all the fun.
All air
With
hockey.
tiny air.
Except for that